What is up, Budget Billers? My name is Trill, and today the world continues to keep changing by the hour. The stock market continues to keep going up every single day. Billionaires continue to make billions of dollars every day, while struggling Americans continue to struggle even more. Now, yesterday, guys, the CPI numbers were released, and inflation is at an all-time high in over the last 40 years, in which the supply chains have already stated that prices are going to continue to keep rising, in which 80% of companies are planning on passing those inflation costs down to the customer, which is you and I. But there is some good news, guys, because we are starting to see more states offering their own stimulus checks to its residents. Today, I want to talk about some $1,000 stimulus checks that are being offered right now. And we also have one company that is a little bit weird, but they are offering $5,000 bonus checks. I'm going to tell you guys all about it. But first, if you are interested in any of these topics today, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now, let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Hey guys, real quick, just a quick plug for me because I want your support on my new YouTube channel that we'll be launching sometime this month, and it's called Budget Bill Finance. I'm going to be talking about how to grow your wealth, how to invest in stocks, how to invest in real estate, as well as showing you guys what I'm doing outside of YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. I hope to see you guys there. Now that link will be down below in the description. All right, guys, like I said, we just received the CPI numbers on yesterday, and inflation surges to a 40-year high, which is replacing COVID-19 as the top national concern right now. The U.S. Consumer prices have been on the rise for the past 18 months, but jumped some 7% in December, which is the fastest year-over-year rise since 1982. And the new national polling reflects that economic worries are supplanting COVID-19 as the top concern on the minds of all Americans. Now, according to the U.S. Labor Department's Consumer Price Index report, a measure of average price changes on a selection of goods and services found those prices surged in December of 2021 at a rate not seen in nearly 4 decades. And increases in the cost of shelter, food, and used vehicles helped drive the record increase as high consumer demand, coupled with ongoing issues related to supply chain networks, continue to impact family budgets. As you guys already know, guys, these prices are continuing to go up every single place, and it's causing us to actually spend more money right now, which means if you didn't have that much money to spend from the get-go, it is really hurting you right now. But that is just what we are dealing with. But in some other news, guys, we did hear from the CEO of Chase Bank, which is named Jamie Dimon, and he sees the best economic growth in decades coming very soon, and with the Fed rate hikes coming this year. Now, Jamie said that the U.S. is headed for the best economic growth in decades. The longtime CEO and chairman of J.P. Morgan Chase said his confidence stems from the robust balance sheet of the American consumer. Dimon said that while the underlying economy looks strong, stock market investors may endure a tumultuous year as the Fed continues to increase the Fed interest rates, in which we have already seen, guys. The stock market is at its all-time highs right now, and we have seen this since the pandemic actually started back in March of 2020. We thought the stock market was going to continue to drop. However, the stock market ended up having a V-shaped recovery, and now the stock market has made crazy returns over this past year of 2021 alone. And now, starting in 2022, the stock market is even making even more new time highs. But in regards to the stock market, guys, hey, momentum continues to build in order to ban lawmakers from actually being able to trade stocks. Yes, some progressive lawmakers and Democrats and the MAGA Republicans are uniting on the proposal to ban sitting lawmakers from being able to trade individual stocks, although it's unlikely that leadership will bring this up for a vote. Now, members of Congress have great power to move stock prices. As you guys have seen, when President Donald Trump was in office, he was able to mention a company like Pfizer or Moderna in the news, and that stock surged. records. So yes, guys, these people in Congress right now are able to really push the prices of these stock prices really high, and they are trying to ban them from being able to buy these stocks. Now, one line in a bill in Congress can be worth millions and millions of dollars. Former Representative Brian Byrd said on 60 Minutes, and Byrd spent years advocating for the Stock Act, which prevented lawmakers from trading on inside information and increased financial disclosures. It became law in 2012 after being passed on a bipartisan basis, but later was watered down and is rarely enforced in today's politics. Now, Senator John Ossoff plans to introduce an ethics bill that would ban lawmakers and their spouses and dependent children from trading individual stocks while they are in office, not just if they have inside information. Ossoff is in talks with potential Republican co-sponsors, a Democratic told Axios, without confirming specific candidates. And Senator Josh Hawley said on Tuesday that for a trading ban, although it's not clear, he'd endorse including spouses and family members of this particular trading ban. So yes, guys, we could see a ban coming here shortly for preventing lawmakers in Congress from participating in buying stocks when they actually know insider information that is going on right now. But I really don't think that this is going to pass. And if they actually be able to bring this up for a vote, I still think there are not going to be enough lawmakers that are going to vote in favor of this bill. Because let's face it, guys, majority of people in Congress are actually playing the stock market, especially with the amount of information that they have on Capitol Hill. But we'll just have to see, guys. Also, in regards to the government, there are some new free at-home COVID-19 tests that are being able to be sent out to people's homes. Now, I told you guys previously on a previous video that the government is planning on ordering 500,000 at-home COVID-19 tests, and they are going to make these available to people like you and I at home. And all you have to do is go on the website that is going to be designed and developed by the government and order one of these at-home COVID tests, and those tests are going to be sent to your homes. And this article says that how to get free at-home COVID-19 tests, and these are 5 key details about the government's new plan. Starting on January the 15th, you can get certain at-home coronavirus tests for free or get reimbursed if you pay upfront costs, so long as you have private health insurance. Now, President Joe Biden unveiled the at-home testing program earlier in December as part of his administration's winter COVID-19 agenda, but the administration was tight-lipped about the details for more than a month now, and the White House provided more specifics on Monday and said that beginning on January the 15th of 2022, individuals covered by a health insurance plan who purchase an FDA-approved over-the-counter COVID-19 diagnostic test will be able to have those tests covered by your insurance. Testing is critically important to help reduce the spread of COVID-19, as well as to quickly diagnose COVID-19 so that it can be effectively treated. Today's action further removes financial barriers and expands access to COVID-19 tests for millions of people. So yes, guys, up to 8 FDA-approved tests per month are actually covered for each individual, and your insurance provider is required to cover the cost of up to 8 tests per month. That's sick, right? I mean, can you imagine being able to take 8 different tests in a single month? I mean, I know COVID is spreading like crazy, but I just don't want to dig in my nose and swab the back of my brain 8 times per month. But anyways, guys, hey, you can get up to 8 separate tests per spouse, child, or other dependent who's covered on your private insurance plan. And that means a family of 4 can get up to 32 tests per month for free. Now, just reading this right here, I can only imagine that there are going to be some individuals putting these tests online and actually selling them to other people, which I'm sure that is against all policies whatsoever, as well as ethics, right? But anyways, guys, the test must be approved by the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, and the FDA has compiled a list of 43 approved at-home COVID-19 tests. But the Biden administration aims to incentivize insurers to cover the cost of certain at-home tests up front at the point of sale so that you're not fronting any of the costs whatsoever, according to the HHS. Unfortunately, insurance companies haven't yet released details on how upfront coverage will actually work. So yeah, guys, starting on January the 15th, which is in a couple of days, you are going to be able to order anywhere one of these approved FDA COVID-19 tests for your home, and you're going to be able to order up to 8 tests for yourself. As we already know, right now there are not any tests available online that you can order. So I hope these tests become available really soon, because as you drive by different COVID-19 testing sites all over in your local area, you continue to see large lines of people sitting and waiting in order to get a COVID-19 test. As you guys know, the surge is continuing to happen all over right now, and people are really trying to just get tested every single day. And actually, if you look online right now to register in order to be able to get tested for COVID-19, you realize that there is like a 48-hour wait in order for you to get an appointment to be tested for this particular virus. So these at-home tests, if they are going to be available here pretty quickly, this is some very good news, guys, and knowing that you don't have to pay any money. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys. Hey, an Arizona CEO is now offering a $5,000 bonus check for new hires to quit their jobs 2 weeks after they actually start their new jobs. This is pretty weird, guys. Could a bonus check be offered to quit your job as far as the Great Resignation? Hey, Chris Ronzio, which is the CEO of an Arizona-based software company called Tronilio, is trying to slow down the Great Resignation by offering new hires $5,000 to quit your job by the 2-week mark. Now, the $5,000 bonus is meant to weed out bad hires who want to leave the company for more money. Now, this particular bonus keeps the hiring team accountable, since there is a cost to hiring someone who is easily willing to leave their jobs after being hired. Now, it says that with today's market, hiring teams have to move quickly to access candidates and get them to thoroughly process to a competitive offer. So it's impossible to be the right 100% of the time. The offer to quit allows the dust to settle from a speedy process and let the new team member throw a red flag if they're feeling anything but excited about their new job at this particular software company. Now, Ronzio's strategy aims to slow down the Great Resignation, which is a term used to describe the wave of resignations from employees across the country. But plenty of companies are going the other way by offering incentives as well as high wages and traditional bonuses to stick with their organizations, per CBS News. Now, Sandy Wiggins, which is the president of ACG Wealth Management Company, said that the companies can keep their employees by enhancing 401k benefits to people know that they're working towards a higher payoff down the road. So yes, guys, this is pretty weird because I've never heard of a company offering you additional bonus checks for you to quit your job. I wish my job would offer me an additional incentive bonus right now to be able to quit my job. I mean, I might take that in a heartbeat, because if I quit my job right now, then I can just go get another job for a higher pay. But let me know what you guys think about this new method of weeding out the bad people that are at your company right now and offering them a $5,000 bonus check. This is pretty interesting, guys. But in other stimulus update news, guys, hey, we do have some new $1,000 stimulus checks that could go out to essential workers under this new proposal. Now, hundreds of thousands of workers could be getting themselves another round of stimulus payments. In Oregon, Democratic lawmakers are said to be reviving a proposal that would provide essential employees with a $1,000 stimulus check. Now, it says that this would help residents who worked during the heights of the pandemic, according to the reports on Oregon Live. Should it become a law, the following workers would be eligible: if you worked in a medium to high risk job, number 2, worked at least 20 hours per week in person from April of 2020 to December of 2020, number 3, made less than $22 per hour or $42,000 per year, and then number 4, if you did not receive a bonus or a hazard pay for working a meal amid the pandemic. Now, an initial analysis estimates at least 230,000 workers would be eligible, but Portland Representative Andrea Gobner said lawmakers are still seeking clarification from the Oregon Employment Department on how many would actually qualify for one of these $1,000 stimulus checks. Now, she said that in these particular circumstances where they were people that were asked to show up on time at work, or if you were called a hero, or if you were a low-wage worker, or if you were in an area where they were the hardest hit by the pandemic and you did not receive additional compensation or hazard pay for showing up at your job, this bill would solve that problem and providing a one-time appreciation payment to some of our lowest wage workers in the highest of risk places. Now, last time around the spring, Oregon lawmakers flirted with the legislation that aimed to send up to $2,000 stimulus payments to essential workers and to give $1,200 to unemployed residents who return back to work. But funding this particular time around can support up to $1,000 worth of payments by using funds under the American Rescue Act, according to Ms. Valdelamere. Now, the stimulus payments would be distributed under the Oregon Worker Relief Fund, and although not yet confirmed, the move would make Oregon the latest state to implement a stimulus program to offer $1,000 stimulus payments. Now, I hope this information was helpful to you guys out there today. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoy that type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.